Alright, 97.7 Outlaw Radio FM listeners, you already know what time it is, and right here, right now, we actually got legendary West Coast hip-hop artists. We got Squeak of Allfrumtha right here, live on the line, man. How are you doing this evening?
Man, I'm good, man. Actually, I was getting over COVID, man, so, I'm saying, to try to get my energy back up.
And I gotta say, man, I saw that on Instagram, man, and I'm really still glad that you're here and you actually kicked COVID's ass, man. You know what I mean? I don't think anything can hold Squeak down.
Yeah, man, that was, I can admit it was scary for a bit, man, but, you just gotta stay fighting, and, I had a lot of, just friends and family just making sure that I was okay and just dropping off medicine and, just making sure that I had everything that I needed, man. So, I'm just grateful for that, thankful for that.
But I gotta ask you, Squeak, like taking you back to the beginning, man, like what actually made you decide to get into the music industry initially, man? Because when people listen to your rhymes, you're just so natural on the microphone.
Well, actually, we started off as just something in the neighborhood. You know what I mean? Just putting rhymes together, just for neighborhood functions and stuff like that, and parties and picnics and things like that we were doing. And so I really hadn't taken it serious until cats in the neighborhood, it started to encourage me more, and you see people reciting some of the rhymes that you came up with. So then after that point, I just started really taking it a little bit more serious.
And also, man, it actually really showed as well, especially back in the day, man, because yourself and Binky actually first appeared on West Side Connection's 1996 debut album, Bow Down. I was wondering, how did you guys actually initially get connected with West Side Connection? And of course, what was it like just working in the studio with those three talented individuals so early on in your legendary career?
Well, actually, with Mac, because Mac 10, we actually grew up together, and Mac and Bing were, before Cube had discovered Mac. Mac and Bing were in a group called First Amendment. So after Mac had his success, he reached back and pulled us to the table. And when he did bring us to the table, they were already most of the majority of the record, the West Side Connection record, had been done, and Q came with the idea that we're going to do a Who Bangin' remix, and that's how we got involved on that record.
And I gotta say as well, man, I believe that record actually went platinum as well. Like, that must have been a surreal moment receiving that plaque in the mail, like I said, like, just as your debut, like, you debut and you become platinum.
Yeah, very exciting time, you know what I'm saying? That was, like I said, it was an honor for me, because I had, initially I had been an Ice Cube fan, from the gate, and it was a surreal moment just to really, when you step into the table, and you step to the, through the door, and you step in, on the platform, and the platform you step on with someone as just iconic as Cube, and the family tree that he had built with NWA, So just to be a part of all of that, just knowing that, I just knew that was going to be part of history. So that right there, that was great in a nutshell,
And also, on April 21st of 1998, you guys actually dropped your self-titled debut album, Allfrumtha, that actually peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Heatseekers, man. I was wondering if you can tell our listeners a bit more about this record, and of course, what is one of your most memorable moments as being in the studio and creating this masterpiece?
Well, just the work, man. Just putting in the work. Just sitting with Bink, creating beats, trying to come up with a way to create our own lane, and just really just be recognized as a part of the, of the crew, and then recognized as a part of this West Coast culture,
And I gotta say as well, congratulations as well, man, because I noticed that record actually just hit the 20-year anniversary got released, I believe, last year, man. So congrats on that huge accomplishment, man. It's hard to believe such an amazing album has been 20 years since it dropped.
Yeah, thank you for that. Thank you. I appreciate the love for that. Yeah, it's amazing how the time flies by, you know.
And also as well, man, my personal favorite song off that record is actually County Jail, where you actually performed the entire 3-verse song by yourself, man. I was wondering if you can give our listeners a bit more insight on that iconic song. And of course, did you think that song would be as popular as it is today when you actually first dropped it?
No, not really. Actually, the reason I wanted to do the song is I wanted to do something that I felt like everyone that just regionally in Los Angeles could relate to. You know what I'm saying? At that period of time, I just knew that everyone, if you lived in Los Angeles and you know the culture, you know, at some point, you know what I'm saying, in the household, everyone has to deal with, you know what I'm saying, someone from the county jail. If you've been there, if you visited, you know what I'm saying, you know someone who's been in there, you know. So I think the main reason was to do something that I know that everyone around the city could relate to.
And I gotta say, man, that song, in my personal opinion, is absolutely phenomenal, man. Right down to the lyrics, right down just to the beat, man. Everything about that, in my personal opinion, is a production masterpiece.
Yeah. Bink actually, we got together and came up. We sampled "So Rough, So Tough" from Roger Troutman, and you know, if you're a West Coast artist or West Coast, if you live on the West Coast, you know, say periods from the '80s and those '90s, everyone out here is, you know, saying they or Zapp fans or Roger Troutman fans, you know, that music is so iconic and it's timeless. So to take those samples, something sample like that, I knew that was something that people were gonna be able to relate to and bond with.
And I remember as well the music video actually had individuals like Daz Dillinger and the Comrades in it as well, man.
Yeah.
Like, it's always, like, even if you watch a music video, you can actually see, like, kind of like little Easter eggs throughout the video of different West Coast hip-hop artists actually just in the video.
Yeah, we actually had a great video that day, man. And, the video ended up turning into actually like a big party because we didn't expect so many people to show up, and you know, actually I had a cameo for Snoop in there, but at the time Snoop was starting. That's when he was in the Snoop League, and on that day he actually had his Snoop Super Bowl league. That was his first Super Bowl, so he ended up missing the video. But we just all the guys who came and reached out though, like Daz, there's a CJ Mag, Dub C, everybody who you know, from the camp that came in and participated and this showed and expressed love. That meant a lot to us.
And also as well, November 3rd of 98, you actually appeared on the Straight Outta Compton NWA 10th Anniversary Tribute on the song Parental Discretion is Advised. I was wondering if you can actually give our listeners a bit more insight on that project, and of course, what was it like actually just revisioning a classic NWA song with your twist and perspective?
Yeah, that was another, man. I was honored to do that, you know what I'm saying? And I think I redid Ren's part on that song. And that's something that Priority was putting together for NWA 10th anniversary record, I believe it was, at the time. And so we you know, they picked the song for us to do, you know, saying parental discretion is advised, like you said, and we all got together, man, sat there in the studio, man, put our little twist on it, and you know, it came out slamming. I was very impressed on the way it came out.
And I gotta say, I really enjoyed that entire record, man, because it's always, like, I never thought, in my personal opinion, that I'd be able to listen to an NWA record and hear other artists do the verses, but I find, like, that entire record just came out to be phenomenal.
Yeah, it was a great record. That was a great record.
And also, as well, 1 year later in October, man, All From the Eye actually was in the movie Thicker Than Water alongside Mac 10 and
Yeah.
a bunch of other legendary West Coast artists, man, and East Coast at that. I was wondering, what was it like actually being in that film, and do you ever think you'll actually venture into the acting side of the entertainment industry again?
Yeah, yeah. I've been doing some coaching. We're getting some coaching lately on some acting, and I think that's another. Well, that is something I'm going to start to pursue a little bit more. The doing Thicker Than Water was great. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of fun. You know, it was really not a lot of script to it because you know we did a lot of winging it. You know. But it was fun really doing that, doing the movie. You know, you had guys like Fat Joe was in it. You know what I'm saying? Fat Joe and Mac, who were the lead characters of it. And I had a good time doing that.
And I gotta say, man, that movie is like timeless in my personal opinion. Like I went back and watched that I think about 6 months ago, man, and still a great movie. I know there's some mixed reviews on it, man, but just having so much hip hop in one movie, man, is phenomenal, man. As a hip hop fan, there's no way you cannot enjoy that movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, you know how movies are, man. It's to each his own when it comes to that, you know. But just to know that you appreciate the love for it, that makes me feel good right there, you know. But it was a good little movie though.
And also as well, man, in 2005, All From the Eye actually released the album Larger Than Life, and unfortunately, that was like kind of like one of the last studio albums that you guys actually did. I was wondering, like, do you think down the line there might be one more All From the Eye record where you guys actually get together and just bang out one more masterpiece?
Well, actually, we dropped in 2014. We dropped the EP, "Being from the Black Hole." So that you can stream that's probably that's the last record we actually did. It's about like 7-song EP. But actually, I am working on well, you ready to put out an Off from the Eye, Greatest Bangers Part 2. We did drop a Off from the Eye Greatest Banger, and so we're gonna put out a Part 2 to that, and I'm just right now working on a record. I got a record called a compilation record with one of my cats, Don Lansky. It's called Ingle River. So that's gonna be dropping probably in the next couple of months. We don't have an actual date for it yet, so we're wrapping up that record right now. And this is gonna be a West Coast banger also. I got cats like Mitchie Slick on there, MCA. Like I said, my man Don Lansky on here. But this is gonna be a good record.
And also as well, man, in 2003, you were actually featured on OG Daddy V's record, the Compton OG, on the song My Nine, featuring narrator RBX, man. I was wondering, how did yourself and OG get connected, man? And of course, what was it like just being in the studio with Daddy?
Yeah, Daddy V that's one of my buddies, man. So we always collab together, and Daddy V is always out here, so making moves and putting in the work, man. So anytime Daddy V reach out to me, I gotta tap back in with him.
And I gotta say, man, you guys had such amazing chemistry on that joint, man. You know what I mean? Yourself, RBX, and Daddy V, man, we're just phenomenal on that joint.
Yeah, RBX is I'm an RBX fan, man. So I've been listening to RBX from the gate since all the Dog Pound records and everything. So it's always an honor to get on a record with him.
And also as well, man, going into your solo side of things, in 2008, you actually released a phenomenal solo album titled Fat World. I was always wondering, what was the creative process behind that amazing album, and is it still available to be purchased or streamed today?
Yeah. It's still out there to be purchased and streamed, man. I just it was a time where I got to, venture out on my own, do all the creating myself, you know what I'm saying? Deal with some other, some other producers that I A guy named cat named Mansour and B Nasty and my man Payback. They did a lot of the beats on that record, and that record right there to me is, you know, what I'm saying, I consider that a classic, man. I really put my heart and soul into that album, and you know, every time I've heard someone, you know, even when I'm out here in the West Coast and you hear people banging it, you know, saying still in the streets, and you know, saying even after 10+ years later, that makes me feel real good, man. Make me feel like I put the right work in.
And I gotta say, that song West Coast Activity will always be my favorite on that Fat World record, man. You go hard on that joint.
Yeah, that right there, man. With having ended up a group of excuse me, cats. We had called ourselves the Reptibles, and it was a mixture of Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? Just getting in the studio together and collabing. And those guys, I mean, they I think they took the song to another level.
And also as well, in 2018, you actually released the single titled "Ride for the City," man, which I'm actually going to be playing immediately following this interview on the radio station. But I was wondering if you, for the listeners that haven't already heard this phenomenal song, what can they expect from this when I do play it to the audience?
Well, it's a banger, man. I actually had a collab with my, one of my homies, Big Y from the Relatives, man, and I came to him with the idea, told him I had a song, and I just wanted to do something that was just representing the city, you know, saying the city, Inglewood, you know, I just wanted to do something just to pay homage to the town, and he reached back out to me, and we ended up, in the studio and collabing and getting it done. And it's a banger around here.
And I gotta say as well, it's definitely phenomenal down here in Canada, man. I've actually heard a few people actually listening to it, man. I've been playing it here on the station there for about quite a few months, man. And I've been getting nothing but positive reviews, man. People definitely love what that song actually brings to the table.
Oh man, I appreciate the love, man. That makes me feel real good right there.
And also, this year, you were actually featured on Blackwater Chaos's single titled Product of My Element, man. I was wondering, how did yourself and Blackwater get connected? And of course, what was it like just working with him on his new project?
Yeah, he reached out to me, man, and he sent me a song, and, I laced the verse with him. And I like Blackwater Chaos, because I appreciate the work that he puts in, you know what I'm saying? And, anybody that's out here hard working, man, and just on the grind every day trying to get the music out there, just dedicated to their craft, you know what I'm saying? I always want to reach out and collab with individuals like that, man. So it was great just to reach out and work with someone who just has the attitude, you know what I'm saying, of just that the grind and that, you know what I'm saying, wanting to just create great music.
And I have to ask, man, what is next for the legendary Squeak Room, man? Like, is there anything we happen to miss? Anything else you still want to talk about or promote while we still have you here live on the radio station airwaves this evening?
Well, man, I'm just out here, man, just getting ready to just do some more music, man. I'm, like I said, we got this record, Eagle River, we're getting ready to drop in a couple of months, and just be looking forward to some more Allfrumtha music, you know what I'm saying, and just be checking out the, the Instagrams and all that for the merchandise and things like that. But but it's going to be a lot of work getting ready to come your way.
And speaking of the merchandise here quickly, because I noticed that you actually had some All From the Eye t-shirts up for grabs, man. I was wondering, how do the listeners actually go about snagging themselves some t-shirts, man? Because me personally, I'm thinking about getting one here in a couple days, man. You know what I mean? I gotta rep that amazing hip-hop duo down here in Canada.
Man, don't worry about nothing, man. You just send me the info, and I'll send you everything, man. Don't worry about nothing. I got you. So anybody just trying to reach out, just go to you can just DM on Instagram. There's an Allfrumtha clothing Well, it's the Allfrumtha clothing page, man. You just go there, DM, man, and say we'll get you some merchandise out.
And I gotta say first and foremost, Squeak, but just before we part ways, man, I want to say personally, man, I want to give you your flowers, man, while I have you on my station, and just say thank you for making amazing music for so many years that not only helped myself through some difficult times, but also thousands upon thousands of individuals worldwide, man. You know, I grew up to your guys' music, and I just want to give you your flowers and say thank you for just dropping amazing music that I had the opportunity to enjoy, and millions of others worldwide.
Hey, man, I just want to thank you, man. Appreciate the love, man, and having me on the show today, man. This has been great, man. I just want to shout everybody out there in Canada, man. You know what I'm saying? Just for always showing this West Coast love out here.
And I gotta say, man, you are most certainly welcome. But Squeak, most definitely get better, man. I'm glad to hear that you beat COVID and that you're actually healing up and getting better, man. But most definitely get your rest. But thank you so much for just coming on the radio station this evening, man. I greatly appreciate your time.
Oh, man, thank you, man. Appreciate the love, man. I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the future, man.
Hey, man, most definitely. I'm looking forward to it as well, man. Thank you so much, Squeakaroo, and definitely have yourself a wonderful night out there in California.
Okay, for sure.